Alright, so to close out this day, we've already we got some sprouts, put the peat moss as the base for the sprouts of the soil, then put the sprouts in the new pots with the peat moss, covered it with the compost from the chicken run, and it's in our previous video, but now we're going to put some more seeds in the trays so they can begin to sprout for this new year, for this spring. So we'll get the thing going. We're going to finish putting this peat moss in these 3 trays. Showed you in the greenhouse we have some tables. I'm going to lay all these trays on. So I'm going to put the peat moss, give them a little sprinkle, get them a little moist, and I'll be back to drop the seeds. I've made the holes after I damped the peat moss in the trays. I made some holes with the stick in each garden heirloom seeds. Okay. And the first one was Swiss chard, and the next one's going to be watermelon.
Look, if your Messiah ain't melanated, your sight skew. Light cues when I'm on stage to get the right view of a God MC. Me, Tochuku, spit sick, drip like okra soup, no foo-foo. Flow cuckoo, stay on toes, no tutu. For every demon bringing juju, I keep the thoo-thoo and shoot through your noggin. Only option is your hemoglobin popping, no suwoo. Ooh, 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 who knew? That the young Debo with 3 bars like free throws, long way from free shows, me host. Ugh. No ego, I was eating when I had no bread, keto. Sheesh, can spot you devils through the peephole, gripping your chips, hoping I slip with this pico. Deep moat, you devils who reach for the vessel whose content is pure as a keynote from petals of coca plants. Don't just dance when you hit a record. Peep the message behind the message that your oppressor hopes that you invest in to stop aggression in certain sections where ain't no direction. In adolescence, share your complexion, and understand it's a war, G.
Just finished 3 trays here in the peat moss. Gonna get them in the greenhouse and get them going. So we have some spinach, eggplant, cucumbers, watermelon, Swiss chard, black beans, zucchini, sunflower, peas, lima beans, okra, corn, and bell pepper. And so if you want to see what the Father does with it, my mother created this beautiful greenhouse from pallets, PVC pipe. We have this wonderful misting system that I'm about to work on to get that, really set it off in here. Again, we have our strawberries. It's primarily going to be a medicinal greenhouse. So, variety of herbs. You see this lavender we put in here about a week ago, and it's already just shooting off. So I'm excited, praise the Most High. Once I get the mystic system going, I'll probably give you a quick shot at it at the end of this video. Until next time, shalom.
I don't spit bars, I spit Guantanamo Bay camps. A whole prison designed to confine the mind of the sickest living. I climb towards the divine shrines where it is written that those in line with the design of the true and living inherit the earth while still bearing the curse of Adam.
Okay, welcome again to Holy Homestead. Previously in this video, we planted our seeds into the peat moss, into these trays, and we're going to just give a quick update on them. Again, this is about 2 weeks later after we planted them in this previous video. These here, I used some regular starter soil, probably about 2 weeks, a week and a half prior to us doing the peat moss. Previously in this video. So we're going to take a quick look at our sprouts from our seeds, as well as the sprouts from our herbs, which we also planted. We bought the sprouts from the store. We're going to give a quick looking at them and see how they're coming along. It's a beautiful rainy Thursday morning, and we praise the Father for the rain, because without it none of this would be possible. So let's go.
Like Aladdin, then I adapted, started snapping to free the captives. I gained some traction, then became a fire-breathing dragon and demon assassin rapping. No host for blokes asking. That's word to my fair skin madam who's worth a gallon of water in droughts. Hope you figure it out, cause if you step to her testing her, she'll dig in your mouth. With that Peak 365 that I bought her. It's small but I make boys fall like it's autumn. Told Miss Smart, look, I ride for her daughter. So I keep toast if in coast meet lava. Why holla? I don't want but I follow a strict set of principles made to keep Allah at the forefront of my mind, not dollars. I never needed honeys and dough like baklava. Sheesh, that's a pastry, don't hate me. When the departed need direction, I'm Scorsese. Innately, I bring light to a shade tree, or to the shutdown coins like Champ Bailey. Or for those who won't play me, my heat go cover zero, no safety. Don't make me make haste and replace it. Whack rap tracks that lack what you tasting when I spit. Let it sizzle. If it don't touch my soul, I can't jam it. That's word to Crystal. I told my
So, this is first of our 3 trays of the peat moss with the seeds that we planted previously in this video. And as you see here, not even 2 weeks, and they're already starting to sprout in this peat moss, just beautifully. This is a different tray that we started a couple weeks prior to the peat moss trays. And what I actually did was I mixed the starter soil with the compost, trying to see how that would go. And I quickly realized that the compost mixed in with the soil, it dries out very quickly. So this tray has to be watered pretty regularly in order to be productive. But the Most High has provided a way for that. So we have a decent tray here. This is the second of our peat moss trays. Again, you see, not even 2 weeks in, they're just coming in strong. This is our last peat moss tray here. I believe that row is corn, entire row, and I'll have listed in the description what all we have planted, from the seeds to the herbs that we bought. And lastly, this is our strictly starter soil tray that we did a couple weeks prior to the peat moss trays. And I mean, wow, it's just a beautiful time, mid-February, but you know, the early bird gets the worm. We plan on having a couple harvesting seasons this spring and summer, so trying to get it started early, so by the time the soil is warm, we'll be, you know, a lot of things will be ready to just start producing, on the verge of producing. This is my wife's garlic, shallots pot, doing amazing. And so here we have our the herbs for our medicinal greenhouse, along with the strawberries. I'll quickly just run through what these are. So first we have some chives. And again, in the previous video that you can find very close, there's a I show how we planted these pots with the peat moss as the soil, which doesn't contain much nutritional value. Then we layered it with the compost from the chicken run, which is really, you know, one of the best fertilizers, as well as you can see leaves and sticks and grass clippings and a whole bunch of other, of course, just any fruit and vegetable scraps that the chickens don't eat. All of those nutrients recycle back into that soil, that fertilizer. So that's what's feeding the roots, while the peat moss at the bottom is just, you know, creating an amazing environment for the roots to flourish. And I mean, if you can tell from the previous video, look at those peppermint. It didn't look like that in the previous video. That chamomile. Now I'll just run through them. So we have the chives, lavender, rosemary, lavender again, oregano, sage, peppermint, thyme, chamomile, parsley, and celery. And of course our lemongrass. Gotta have that the insect repellent. So we're gonna make our oil. We bought our pestle and mortar, and we're making our own oils, and it's so potent, you know, just coming straight from the source. So and actually, I pruned all of the leaves, all of those leaves back from the previous video. Cut them all, used some of them, through the rest of the chicken run. But as you see, it's growing back already. Amazing. And then my wife's tree of sprouts over there, which she started before me, so she had to transplant a couple of hers. So, yes, here we are, and again, it's just the beginning. I'll be back in about a week or so to give another update. We're having a pretty good freeze this weekend, so I'm gonna bring everything inside. That's why we don't go straight into the ground this early before spring, so that we can be able to move them as necessary based upon the weather. So again, very rainy Thursday morning, but the work doesn't stop. It actually increases with the rain. So we praise the Most High. Shalom.
For those who won't play me, my heat go cover zero, no safety. Don't make me make haste and replace it. Whack rap tracks that lack what you tasting when I spit. Let it sizzle. If it don't touch my soul, I can't jam it. That's word to Crizzle. I told my partner kill on them broads, give him dismissal. He replied to me, if they on my balls, I let them dribble. I said, oh, it's gonna be hard to get a wife G. A long way from them days when I rocked the white tee and was piping any bopper that would entice me or invite me to them draws, but I won't describe the particulars. You get the picture and can see that I'm meticulous. And crafted ways to say my mindset was ridiculous. I parted ways with days I crochet on my sinfulness and pray the photos in my words of photosynthesis and help you breathe, cause we all need some fresh air.
But we'll check. Sure enough.